Did you know some people are absolutely terrified of a duck watching them? From colors to clowns, some phobias are so bizarre they sound made up. But I promise you, they're real. Get ready, because these 10 strange phobias will blow your mind. First up is ablutophobia, the fear of bathing, washing, or cleaning. For most of us, a hot shower is relaxing, but for someone with this phobia, it's a source of intense anxiety. It's more common in children and can sometimes stem from a traumatic event involving water. Imagine the daily struggle. It's not about being dirty, but about an overwhelming fear that makes a simple task feel like a life or death situation. It can lead to social isolation and serious health problems. It's a powerful reminder that phobias can impact the most basic parts of life. We're just getting started, so stick around. Next, let's talk about something many of us might relate to on some level: nomophobia. This is the fear of being without your mobile phone. That little panic you feel when you realize you've left your phone at home? Magnify that by 1,000. For someone with nomophobia, the thought of a dead battery, no signal, or losing their phone can trigger a full-blown anxiety attack. In our hyper-connected world, our phones are our lifelines to friends, family, work, and information. This phobia highlights just how dependent we become on these little devices. Do you think you have a touch of nomophobia? Let me know in the comments. How about a fear of a color? Meet xanthophobia, the fear of the color yellow. This isn't just a simple dislike. It's an irrational and overwhelming fear. Anything yellow, a flower, a car, a banana, even the word yellow itself can cause distress. The origins can be complex, perhaps linked to a negative experience involving the color, like a bee sting or a yellow vehicle in an accident. Living with xanthophobia means constantly navigating a world full of potential triggers. It shows how our brains can create powerful and sometimes peculiar associations. Imagine trying to avoid an entire color. It's a challenge, to say the least. All right, here's a classic that many people have heard of: coulrophobia, the fear of clowns. You've seen them in horror movies, but for some, the fear is very real. It's the painted-on smile, the hidden expressions, and the unpredictable behavior that can make clowns so unsettling. The makeup hides their true emotions, creating a sense of unease and distrust. What are they really thinking behind that smile? This phobia often starts in childhood and can persist into adulthood, turning circuses and parties into places of terror. It's no laughing matter for those who have it. Now for a truly unique one: papophobia, the fear of the Pope. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't about religious belief or disagreement. It's a specific phobia related to the head of the Catholic Church. It can extend to the Vatican or the Roman Catholic Church in general. Like many specific phobias, it's often linked to a traumatic event or a deeply ingrained belief system from childhood. For someone with papophobia, seeing images of the Pope or even hearing about him can trigger intense anxiety. It's a highly specific fear that demonstrates how phobias can latch on to virtually any concept or figure. Get ready for a mouthful both literally and figuratively. This is arachibutyrophobia, the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. It's not a fear of peanut butter itself, but of that specific sticky sensation. The feeling can trigger a panic attack, a gag reflex, or a fear of choking. People with this phobia will go to great lengths to avoid peanut butter or will eat it with extreme caution. It might sound silly to some, but the physical sensation is a very real trigger for their anxiety. It's a perfect example of how a phobia can be incredibly specific, focusing on a single peculiar experience. Let's move on to something that's on almost every human body: omphallophobia, the fear of belly buttons. That's right, navels. The fear can be of seeing or touching their own belly button or someone else's. Some people are afraid of what's inside or the thought of it unraveling. The appearance, the texture, the idea of it being a remnant of the umbilical cord, any of these can be the source of the fear. People with omphallophobia might cover their belly button with a bandage or avoid places like beaches and swimming pools. It's a deeply personal and often hidden phobia. Have you ever been spooked by your own reflection? People with spectrophobia experience that, but on a whole other level. It's the fear of mirrors and the images they reflect. This fear can stem from a superstition that a mirror can trap your soul, or from a fear of seeing something supernatural appear alongside your reflection. It can also be tied to self-image issues. Living with this phobia is incredibly difficult, as mirrors are everywhere. Some might avoid reflective surfaces altogether, living in a constant state of vigilance to avoid catching a glimpse of themselves. This next one is a fan favorite for its sheer absurdity and anatophobia. This is the persistent, unwarranted fear that somewhere, somehow, a duck is watching you. It's not a fear of being attacked by a duck, but simply the unsettling feeling of being observed by one. Think about it. No matter what you're doing, you have this nagging feeling that a duck's eyes are on you. It's a perfect illustration of how irrational phobias can be. The source of the fear isn't logical. It's a product of pure anxiety that has attached itself to a completely random idea. It's bizarre, fascinating, and probably not fun to live with. Finally, we reach the most meta phobia of all. Phobophobia, the fear of phobias themselves. This is the fear of developing a phobia. It's essentially the fear of fear. Someone with phobophobia lives in a state of high alert, worried that any anxious feeling could spiral into a full-blown phobia. They become hyper-aware of their own physical and emotional responses to stress, which in turn creates more anxiety. It's a vicious cycle where the fear of fear fuels itself, making it a particularly challenging condition to manage. It's a phobia about the very nature of anxiety. Crazy, right? From fearing ducks to being scared of the color yellow, the human mind is a weird and wonderful thing. Which one of these surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoy bizarre trivia like this, do me a favor and hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more mind-blowing content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.